pass you over to Paul once he goes live, and then I'm going to bounce out these stems and send them to Paul, and he's going to pop them in his session while he's working on the music, and he's going to blow your socks off. I'm sure he's going to absolutely smash it out of the park. He's already live. He's already live. T-Earn. That is just a straight down-to-earth Twitch username. I like it. Welcome in as well, first-time chat. Could we please hear a full demo preview? Go on then, I'll play it from the top, and then what I'll do is I'll pass you on to Paul. Here we go. Blind test, here we go! Scream if you want to go, Buster! Here we go, here we go! There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send you all over to Paul's stream, and He's actually on a starting soon screen, so I'm going to start raiding right now. And then in 3... I'm already raiding ships banner. Oh, someone's already doing it. Oh, okay. Who instigated that raid? Who did it before me? Was it? No, it was me. Well ahead of it. All right, you cheeky number. Pulled a blinder there. All right, guys, I'll see you in Paul's stream. It's been good. I'm excited to hear what he does. In a bit, guys.
Yo, yo. Hello, everyone. Just to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Hey, thank you for the follow. I just picked up this mic not that long ago, and sometimes it kind of rubs against my zip and it sounds like a fart. It's not a fart. So if you hear anything that sounds like a fart, it's definitely not that. Yeah, that was a good session. I enjoyed watching Dan do his thing. Hey, thank you very much for the resub, Will. I'm actually streaming again. And yeah, nice to see some first-time chatters here as well. I don't know if any of you guys managed to catch the old ones. It's been probably the best part of a year since I did like a decent amount of streaming. And as usual, Dan just dragging me back into making music, kicking and screaming. It's not time to do a blast beat, not yet. But remind me in the chat, and I'll do a blast beat for you. Apparently my music teacher knows you. What's your music teacher's name? I promised I will do a blast beat as soon as I have a drum kit loaded. But yeah, I think that sounded good. I mean, those songs, I don't know if Dan has sort of explained to you guys the sort of process that we went through to write that stuff. I'm actually going to move the chat here because it's a bigger screen, and then I'm not kind of... When I look that way, you can see my bald patch. Yeah, it's... those songs have been kicking around in some fashion for years now. And it's actually nice to sort of set a bit of a schedule, a bit of a plan to get them done. I mean, we've got, I think, 10 tracks. Jessica Sillett, no way. Yeah, we live in the same town. Well, assuming she still lives here. Yeah, we live in the same town. She's an awesome singer. Glad to hear she's still doing it, actually. I spoke to her probably about a year and a half ago, something like that, and she said she was still at it, so that's good. Welcome, Blue Kitty. Nice to have you with us. Big up Colchester. Yeah, Clacton, the less fancy version of Colchester. We have the better beach, though. Well, we have any beach and a pier. Rook, how you doing? So yeah, I don't want to waste too much time because I appreciate you guys have been on Dan's stream for the last however long. So thank you for everyone that's hopped over and is going to spend the next sort of hour or two with me. Don't actually know how long I'm going to be on. It's a school night, so you know, who knows. Tia, new tunes banner coming out. Yeah, I mean, I am working on some again, and a big part of that, as you'll see tonight, is kind of moving back over to Cubase. I've been doing a lot of stuff in Reason. I actually have a video up on my YouTube explaining, hey, thank you for the sub, Knife Party. Yeah, I put a video out last night just explaining kind of why I'm making the shift. Obviously, it makes it easier if me and Dan are on the same platform for a start, but also there's just a lot of things that I've been missing. And I think for the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing, I need that full feature set. So let's move the OBS over to that side. Let's close this playlist. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to re-record this song. So I'm going to base it off of the reference track, but there's a lot of stuff that I want to do differently on it. I've just picked up some new drum samples that I'm really happy with. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of foundational stuff tonight. I think just getting the track sketched out, relearning how to play it. I don't think it's that hard. That wasn't like a flex. I mean, it's just an easy song. So go to projects, Cubase. I love having a new like clean hard drive. You know what I mean? It's just like It's fresh, exciting. So exciting to me. Yeah, it just kind of gives you a chance to like lay things out the way you want them to and have them be tidy, at least for a little while. So I've got 2 versions of Dream Stealer here, and I'm not sure what the difference is. So I'm going to have a quick... So that's 4 minutes 19. And that's 4 minutes 12, and it sounds like it's on a potato. Okay, so that's got vocals on it. And that also has vocals on it. So I'll tell you what, let's use the most recent one. It's at 126 because I looked at Dan's project. And let's go. Is that well? Good to see you too. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to get too bogged down in sort of detail. I think what I'm going to do first of all is just get all the things in that I need to like record the song, and then probably end up doing a bit of like mixing and stuff as I go along. The thing that I picked up the other day, which is really cool, is called ML drums. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I kept seeing adverts for it, and I feel like possibly Mike Mallion did something with ML. Sorry, just to come away from this quickly, I see you guys are talking about 9 strings, 8, 9 strings. I have a new guitar on the way. It's my first new guitar in like years. And it's a 6-string, but it's a bass 6. And I don't know if you guys have heard of these, like completely new to me. First time I've heard of it. It's a 6-string bass with guitar spacing and a 30-inch scale length. That's tuned by default octave below E to E. So it's full E standard tuning, but an octave down. So if you do drop D on that, that's like double drop D. And it's not that much further from there to get down to like double drop C sharp, which is like you're into 9-string territory there, but it's all in like a bass 6. So I'm really looking forward to that coming. But anyway, yeah, sorry, a bit of a tangent. So this ML drums thing, so you can actually download this for free. And that, as far as I'm aware, this is the kit that you get with it, which I think, God, that is a terrible picture. Ooh, how do I fix that? Side filters. No, it's not filters. I must have something turned on there. Brightness. Man, that is just disgusting. Why is it all saturated? Okay, that's not too bad. So yeah, this kit comes with this as standard, so you just get this for free. There you go, got your blast beat, whoever asked for it. But the additional packs for it are like super cheap. 27 euros they're on sale for currently, and I think they're really good. So like, and they've got some nice presets as well. I don't know if you guys use Superior Drummer 3 and have looked at the presets that you get in that, but so many of them are just like useless. Like I would literally never use them. So that's like from the Essentials thing. You've then got this Grit library, which I think is quite popular. I mean, that sounds sick. And that's like, there's no processing on that at all. It has its own mixer area with, I think, like saturation, bit of compression and stuff on it. And I mean, the thing is, it's not as detailed as other libraries that I've got. I kind of like that it's very just direct, punchy, and in a mix, like. So yeah, I think maybe something like that would be a good starting point. And obviously you can split these out and do you know, affect the different kick pieces individually, because like maybe they're a little bit on the dry side. Ooh, that's the one. Okay, let's go with that for now. So do drums. Let's see, drums, and we're going to need some bass. And I need to set I haven't even set up any like templates or anything on this yet, so I keep having to do stuff over and over again. So we need a mono input bus, and probably go ahead and use dark glass for that. And yes, I'm actually going to use real bass this time. Yeah, it's nice to be doing it again, man. I had quite an extended period of time away. Didn't feel good. Probably not going to bother with double tracking straight off the bat. So we'll go for we'll try 14 Nameless X. I think for this kind of music, it doesn't need to be anything too like crazy. And then I also know that we need a clean guitar, which for that, I don't actually know. Let's try maybe Pliny X. And then we'll do layer guitar. And then for that, we can use, I don't think there's an Abassi X yet, but yeah, we'll use that. I'm not going to be thinking about tones or anything at the moment. Just want to get things down. Have you tried any bass MIDI plugins? Yeah, so I use, what do you call it? Avalanche Bass from Odeholm Audio, which is, I think it's like Buster from Humanity's Last Breath. And like, I think for the really sort of like heavy low tune stuff, it works really well. I think they recorded down to like a C0 or something. But when it's isolated, especially like in this song, there's that bit where it's just bass and drums and clean guitar. You can kind of hear that it's not the real thing. I haven't tried out the Nolly bass yet. I hear that that's quite good. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. And again, that's like things like fills and embellishments and stuff. Not going to get caught up in that now. We're just going to do structure. I mean, I say this every time and then I end up getting caught in like some little minutia, but we're just going to blast through it, get the structure down, get the sort of playing in, and then we can sort of build it up from there. Yeah, nice. Thank you, Stas. It's nice to be back at it again. And also I've got the new system now. I've moved back over to Mac, as you can probably tell. And honestly, this thing just chews through like everything. I think the other day I accidentally had 3 DAWs open and OBS and couldn't tell. Hey, thank you for the sub, man. I mean, you can hear the difference in like that original drum sound. Yeah, I went with the 128 gig, 8 terabyte M3 Max, and it's a spaceship. It's going to take me a while to recover from it, but the plan is to not have to buy another computer for best part of the decade. Okay, so that's pretty much all that does. Oh, of course I wasn't recording. Oh, it's fine. I think I need to be in blah, 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 blah. I was going to say in 30-second notes, but I think, yeah, it's fine. Maybe if I put some accents on those, like... We'll figure that out later, it's fine. You'll also have to bear with me as well while I, because I'm kind of like re-familiarizing myself with Cubase. I used to use this like, I mean, I started on it in the 90s on the Atari, and stuck with it all the way through like Cubase SX. I had a dodgy copy of Nuendo, I think a lot of people did, all the way up to like Cubase 8, I think. And then I kind of fell off the train a bit, got on, yes, it was the early 90s, Dan. But yeah, just coming back to it now, I mean, there's a lot of things that are the same, a lot of things that change. So, Dan, bro, you're older than me. The drums in the original version, I think they might have been Get Good drums, I think. By the way, I'm not sort of trash talking any other libraries, not Get Good, not Superior. I think the appeal of these for me is just that straight out the box, they just kind of sound like how I want them to sound. I'm not really an engineer, and I don't want to spend all my time mixing. I just want to play riffs, man. I do like the snare on that though. Maybe we could go for like a higher snare. I don't know. We'll see. So for this, we're going to do like a might have to automate those ghost notes down. That's the only thing that I think is possibly a bit loud in these kits, and I don't necessarily know how to change that. Did you see I sent the box? Bear with me just a sec. Okay, I was just paranoid for a sec there that I didn't have my chat on the other monitor. My word, that is bright as the sun. How do I download all of these at the same time? Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do? Dan, help. File upload. Can I just... Oh, there you go. Turn it into such a noob. Yeah, no, I figured it out on my own, by myself. Don't need you. Thank you. I'm almost tempted to maybe put those ghost notes just temporarily on a copy of the drums and then just turn it down. I know that's a little bit of a extreme solution. Google's got to go on the dark mode team. Yeah, is there a way? Can I do that? Can I do dark mode from here? I don't know. I'll do it another time. Oh, there you go. So these can all go in audio. Yeah, getting those fiber to the premises speeds. That's what I'm talking about. So delete this guy. Okay. I mean, I guess I could just put them in there. So Dan, you did these, I'm assuming these are going to be dry, correct? Different tracks. Convert to project settings. Okay. I hope it's not going to do that thing where it plays like... In a picture, the future shown. Okay, nice. So let's put Dan in his box. And then just shut him up for a sec. Thanks for sending those, man. Appreciate that. So I think we'll get a little pedal hat going. Banished him to the what's that thing called in Superman? Was it the Phantom Zone, where he's just in like a spinning mirror in space or something? What has me bouncing around different doors? The thing is, they've all got things about them that I really like. Reason, and I've talked about this a few times, Reason has like really, really good automation. It's got awesome built-in instruments, and I like the whole sort of like visual style of it, you know. But there's just so many things. I mean, even like being able to put vocals into a folder and just putting them away. You can't do that in it, and it's like... I mean, I'm still going to use Reason for some things. I think for like electronic projects, it's definitely my door of choice. But I think for my metal stuff, it's time to come home. Daddy's home. Don't know why I said that. Ah. So what I've done, because I'm a smart boy, is I played all the ghost notes on a different key, so it's going to be easier to bring those down. But I think I missed some out. Let's do that as a... Now, how do you make Cubase snap to the grid? Grid type, snap type, grid type, adapt to zoom. There you go. God, I feel like a baby, a stupid weak baby. That's off completely. Right, so let's skip all of these guys, and I'm gonna, if I double click in here and type a value, will that set them all to the same? No, it won't. What if I hold Shift? What if I hold Command? There you go. Oh, I did the wrong drums. It's fine. So I'm going to bring those down, like basically as low as they'll go. Nice. Add some 30-second note things in there as well when I come to do that stuff. What about those Slate VSX headphones? Do you recommend it? Absolutely, I love them. My room has never been treated, and this room in particular, well, every room that I've ever been in is just atrocious for audio. Hey, Robert. Sorry, man, I only just saw you came in here. Yeah, so for someone that doesn't have a treated room, these are really, really good. The other thing I haven't figured out how to do yet is how could I monitor through VSX but not send it to the stream, because you guys would hear it all funky through the emulation and stuff. So for now, I'm going to work without it. If anyone has any ideas how I can do that, then that would be good. Nice. So that is the drums more or less laid out, which is really cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw in some marker regions for this, just to make it a bit easier to navigate. That's another thing. Sounds like I'm shitting on Reason, but I'm not. But yeah, it's another thing that you cannot do in Reason is markers. Hey, welcome back, Baka Badger. You sussy Baka Badger. Yeah, voice meter VB cable. The thing is on Mac, and I'll show you what I use for this. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be an easy way to do this. On Mac, I've got this thing here called Loopback, which is asking me to update. I'm not going to do that while I'm streaming. But it's really cool because it basically lets you add audio sources like individual applications into a virtual audio device, and then that's what's addressed by, you know, OBS or Skype or Discord or whatever. So that it's really good for doing things like video tuition as well, because you can pipe your door sound like directly into a video call. But you don't lose any latency or anything. I can still use all my audio interface functions and stuff. So I'm sure there's going to be a way to do what I want to do. I just don't know how to do it yet. Nice. Awesome timing, bro. I swear there's a way to suspend snap. Maybe not. What is snap? How do you turn it off? J. Of course it's J. J for snap. Right, bass. I think it might be bass time. This won't surprise us to know the strings on this are absolutely knackered. But it's all part of the tone, you know? People say tone is in the hands. It's not. It's in the filthy, dirty strings. Also, I mean, the thing is while I'm kind of doing this like one-to-one at the moment, there's definitely some changes that I want to make in the song. So one thing that I heard was that where currently we have fade out on this bit. So instead of just copying that that progression, I think just do the first half of it. So it's like. So do like it. So kind of double the length of that bit, and then we can finish it on the. Yeah, man, these strings are so dead. I can probably do something about that. Don't know what. Buy new strings. There's a model on this thing. Yeah, the sub kick, which I think sounds really cool if you blend it in with not that mic, a different mic. That's such a little dirty new metal bass thing. Like a, I don't know, like Taproot or something. Remember those guys? Right, tuner. I remember back in the day, like way back in the day, when I did the first, well, my first album, my first and only album, I had every song was just in one long project. So I could just set like my drums up and my bass up and my guitars and stuff and just have all the songs back to back. That might be kind of cool to do, at least initially, and then you can sort of make changes, you know, from song to song. But if I can kind of lock down a really good mix for this song, because it's the first song that we're working on the album, that could be a cool way to go. Right, so we're tuned. What we're saying to either bridge only. Sorry, I realize I'm overdriving the stream. That's bridge only, or I'm thinking bridge only because that sub kick adds quite a lot of weight to the low end. But I don't know what you guys think. Yeah, it almost makes up for how disgusting my strings are. I think I'm overdriving the input just a tiny bit as well. Yeah, fuck it, it's fine. I wonder if it's easier to go instead of I mean, I'm gonna re-record this with new strings. Yeah, no worries, man. See you next time. In fact, I can mute the reference track now because otherwise it's gonna get in the way. That's not what it does. Nice. I think we'll have like a little slide into that as well. That sounds cool. Wow. Dan, man, I've been waiting 5 years to hear this demo with real bass. All right, dude, don't make me feel bad. Sorry. I feel like there's a command to like make it just, it's fine, it's whatever. Or I could just go in and delete the take. There you go. It does sound better though, right? Also, I think what we'll do is we'll have two bass channels. So we'll have a clean one and we'll have like a gritty one. So on this one, because I want it to carry quite a lot of the guitar tone, we will crank the drive up. Copy paste, copy paste. What are you thinking of these? Oh yeah, dude, there's going to be synths. What are you thinking about this drum sound? Bearing in mind, I haven't done anything to it. It's not mixed. It's just straight, like, out the box. I mean, I was comparing it to the original reference track, and even without being mixed, I think it sounds like a lot better. Obviously, the snare at the minute doesn't have any like sustain on it, but when I've split the channels out, I can do some things to it because it's like no reverb or anything on it yet. Ooh, it's nice to have some. Might be a bit tubby. Yeah, I mean, as I say, at the minute, it's not even mixed. If you want me to change it, Dan, I can change it. That was an L247. Yes, pure new metal. I'm going low tuned. I think low tuned snares the way. Man, like even on that demo, it just had like full intensity bass, like even do the during the thing. Yeah, I've actually got a kit. I think it's Mixwave, and it's the who was the guy after Joey Jordison that they just recently? Jay Weinberg. I've got the Jay Weinberg drum kit, and that's quite fun to like finger drum to like Iowa and stuff. Just so it's Seven Dust. Yeah, man, these vocals are sounding really good, by the way. It's nice to have them to like to vibe to. Oh, right. I mean, I think they sound really good. I'm also going to grab that compressor that I'm using on the clean tone because I think it smooths the distortion out a bit as well. I'm gonna buy new bass strings. It's quite bad.
To the bottom of a bottle glow, in a picture the future shown, till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something wrong. The twisting and turning, endlessly yearning, valor of my love, interceding. It's too late.
Yeah, I'll use the first half of that. I think when I come to sort of obviously, you know, properly revisit these parts, I think having some like, I mean, what would that sound like on the, I'm just going to try it slapped. See if it sounds okay.
To the bottom of a bottle glow,
Oops.
in a picture the future shown, till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something wrong. The twisting and turning, endlessly yearning, valor of my love, interceding. It's too late. To the bottom.
Okay, let's do slaps. Now I've got to actually play it good.
To the bottom of a bottle glow, in a picture the future shown, till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something wrong. To the bottom of a bottle glow, in a picture the future shown, till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something wrong. The twisting and turning, endlessly yearning, valor of my love, interceding.
I think we'll use the first half of that. I think that sounded okay. Bearing in mind, again, this is all, you know.
To the bottom of a bottle glow,
Can I quantify that?
picture the future shown, till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something wrong. The twisting.
I do not use very audio.
To the bottom of a bottle glow, to the bottom of a bottle glow.
So, I mean, can I move that? Is that a thing I can do? How? Oh, edit hit points, there you go.
To the bottom of a bottle glow.
I'm assuming I can just, nope. Do I have to hold something? We'll come back to it. I actually don't know how to do that.
In a picture
Hey, Mike.
the future shown, till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something wrong. The twisting and turning, endlessly yearning, valor of my love, interceding. It's too late.
I mean, just imagine that slapped, but like, good. Just use your imaginations. Maybe... Sorry, dude, where is that? So, free warp icon. Free warp icon. Acoustic feedback, range selection, time warp. Is it that one?
To the bottom of a bottle.
So, like, if I wanted to... Oh, God. Don't do that. No. I'll come back to that. I feel like I'm going to do something that's going to... I want to save. That's what I'm going to do.
To the bottom of a bottle glow. In a picture the future shown. Till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something.
Sounds kind of shit. Why does that sound so bad? Let's try a different amp. It's like the only Zenith Passage riff I can almost play. What an album. So good. Fucking bass out of tune. I tuned it. Might have to come back to that bass. It sounds like it's out of tune. Oh, I see you don't get this with MIDI bass. Definitely tuned it. Or is it my guitar that's out? Well, it's fine. I mean, we'll, yeah, always tune to the attack. I'm not going to worry about it too much at the minute because, yeah, I just want to get the backbone of it down. I'm not using the right input. What do we think to like... So I'm wondering if I should just do straight power chords on this and then do like a layer part that's doing the... So what? Let me do a test of that, see how it sounds. Or do we think it sounds okay if I'm playing like the full... Okay, yeah, we'll just do the full chord, I think. But I want to get those palm mutes in between the... Oh, you would do it in the layer. Play the full cards, that's the new most new metal option. Maybe we can have a layer that is just like pure power chord. Nah. Right, go for that again. It's fine. I also want to do that on a loop. There's a thing I wanted to do. Down, 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 down. That's a little thing, by the way. You guys have probably seen me do this before. I like to put my dry left and right rhythm guitars into a group and then put the Gajira or whatever amp on the group and then set it to stereo mode. And then you can change things like the cab, preamp settings and everything just off one plugin. It may even use a bit less CPU. I don't know. But certainly from the standpoint of like being able to just kind of alter your tone without having to go backwards and forwards and copy settings and stuff, it's just a little Little tip, little hack. Yeah, no, it is pauses, but it does the high part in the second half. So it's like. When you say pauses, what do you mean? Or do you mean the? So you mean as in it was just doing like? Without the thingy. Okay. I mean, maybe don't do it all the time, and I could just do it like at the end of every 4 bars or something. What would you say to 2 notes instead of 3? Do the full chord there. And then maybe have like a layer of just... Is it this fucking guitar? I don't know, it sounds weird. Let's try some stuff out. There's a problem with something. Probably the bass. Is that tune? It's not holding tuning like at all. I think maybe it needs a heavier set of strings on it. Let me try. weird stuff happening. Don't know. I can't hear anything. No, nothing was, I couldn't hear it cutting out. I don't know about anybody else. I mean, this seems to be holding tuning a bit better, so maybe I'll use this for now. Go on here, just make sure I'm in tune. Yeah, these are the Fishman Fluents, I think. Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm just trying this out with the two notes, Dan. This is why the takes aren't very good. Let's put that on the left, and then we'll do the right. I just want to see how that sounds with vocals, and then maybe like another layer of. Tell you what, let me put the, just thinking. I'm going to move that amp back onto the individual channel because I want to be able to maybe experiment with doing like a mix down the center of like power chords, maybe. I think that sounds really nice, having the power chords down the middle and then the two note chords on the side. Yeah, I think that sounds good. Also, the pickups on that other guitar on the 7 are just terrible. So they're both Schecters. This is a SLS Evil Twin multi-scale, and then the other one's a Banshee Elite 7. But this has Fishman Fluence pickups in it, and the Banshee just has like whatever Schecter put in there as stock, which apparently is not very good. So let's do... Okay, so let's have RG group, and then we'll put these two on their own group, and then we can bring the stereo field in of those, and then just keep the 2-note chords sort of out to the side. I think that would sound good. Add group channel. So we'll call this RG power group. And then what we could do is do the opposite of that on the, on this group. So make those ones wider so they really sort of like pop out a bit. Let's try. I just miss my Ibanez's, to be honest. And then these two groups we'll put on another group and call that RG master group. And then I can sort of balance, balance against the whole mix. Hey, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, go away. Thirsty. So I'm still using Reason in other doors, so you can actually run the rack and all of the effects and stuff within your thing. And I quite like that because it makes a really good effects processor. You can kind of stack things, you can turn it into a channel strip, whatever. So like for this kind of signal, good if I could hear it, that'd be nice. Nice. That sounds okay. Go for the... Oh, I did it again. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I don't like doing stereo input on a mono channel. It's kind of annoying. sake, man. I think I need some fast throw or something. I think I do have some somewhere. Oi, oi, oi. Nice, sounds pretty cool. Let's do left 64, right 64. Yeah, it is. Something's out of tune. Fucking bass is out of tune as well. Quite a lot. It's like okay. I just need to make sure I'm doing the same thing on the bend on both channels, otherwise it will sound messy. Better, and then we'll do a little quad on that because there's 4 rhythm parts now. Not for that long, to be honest. I do really miss Ibanez. I've still got my RG2228, and I'd quite like to just get like maybe like an RGD7 or something like that. I'm probably going to change up my selection a bit. So if anybody wants some discounted 7 and 8 string guitars, hit me up. Yeah, I know you can do it. I always forget that I can because I'm so used to not being able to that I just end up deleting the track and start again. Bit stupid. We're quite a way into this. Like, I mean, I know there's not that much to it, but I think as a sort of basis of it, it's almost there. Just got to do those clean guitars in the verse and then the sort of spacey bit. Obviously nothing's mixed at the moment, but I think it's sounding pretty good. I wonder if that's a layer that's in the original, is that? Let's try. Ooh. Okay, yeah, it needs that layer, 100%. So let's get rid of the chorus on that. Oh, nice, thank you, Dan. Didn't know you were still in here. Someone said, have you been working in Cubase as of late? Yeah, literally just like the last few weeks, but I was in it like at the very beginning. Cubase is what I started on. It's what I did at Dream's Edge in Aura's lead here. And then the new stuff was all done in Reason 12. Just gone up to Reason 13. I will be using it for some stuff still. Like I'm not breaking up with it, but I think for this level of like what we're trying to do, it makes more sense. Yeah, Dan, tell me what you think about this layer on the top. It might have been there the whole time, but I think it sounds cool. Yeah, I think that sounds cool. What did I just do? Huh? Did I just delete an insert with the backspace key? I feel like you shouldn't be able to do that. Time to save. Definitely time to save. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So when it comes out of that, and that should make that high bit really pop as well. Do that better. Oh, you twat. Honestly hate myself. Okay, so meow 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 meow. That bit was fine. So we'll put that there. And then duplicate. I dare say that'll be what I play while singing. Yeah. Can do if you want, man. Play whatever you want. So this is like layer 2 left, layer 2 right, layer left, layer right, and then put Okay, hang on. I'm going to move this clean guitar just out the way for the minute because it's not doing anything. So I'm going to have a separate bus for the main. That's not really a layer part, is it? It's like a melody left, melody right. And then we can bus those, add group, melody group. And then this just becomes layer left, layer right. So then we could pull, I'd say put those put those layers quite wide and then bring them down in the mix. My boss uses SonarWorks and he swears by it, except he doesn't use it that much anymore since he got Slate VSX. But yeah, when he uses it with speakers, when he uses speakers, he uses SonarWorks, and when he uses headphones, he uses VSX. Fucking G string, man. I don't know what kind of clean tone I want for this. Tell you what, let me save and then we'll switch to Reason. Let's see what we got in there. Ooh, I could try out the new, there's a new delay that comes in Reason 13, which is really cool. It's like a combination delay, filter bank, and then it's got this multi-effect section that's in the effects loop of the delay, or sorry, there's the delay loop. So you can basically, check this out, it's kind of cool. You can lo-fi, you can add noise, add wobble. Let's put some compression ahead of the guitar. I think it might do a higher guitar part than that. Oh no. if we change the delay time as well to just like a straight. I don't know, maybe 360 sounded good. It just needs to be like a lower blend. Ah, I thought it looked particularly goofy. That bass is out of tune.
It's not the only way. Torn, and no more questions for. No more questions for. My say. It's not the only way. Torn.
You.
It's not the only way. Torn, and no more questions for. No more questions for. My say, it's not the only say.
I'm gonna have to get rid of that bass. Record it in again, because that's terrible.
It's not the only way. Torn,
Oops.
no more questions for. No more questions for. My say, it's not the only say. The only say.
That yeah, that A is proven really tricky to tune. I don't know if I was doing it with the open strings or not. No, it's ML drums.
It's not the only way. Torn, and no more questions for. No more questions for. My say, it's not the only say.
I mean, it's still a little bit pitchy when it hits that A sharp. I have never tried an Evertune, so yeah, I couldn't say if it was a good fit. But based on my experience tonight, maybe it's not a bad idea. God, man, these strings are dead. That's actually making me a bit sad. Yes, I am on Cubase. Not for everything. In fact, if you go over on my YouTube channel at some point, I actually did like a little, I guess, review, opinion piece, like whatever you want to call it. Just kind of talking about the Reason 13 release. It is good, like I do really like it. But there's just a couple of things that I wasn't sort of willing to wait for any longer in terms of being able to do these kinds of projects. But I'll still be using it. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do in that I find it more difficult to do in Cubase or Logic or Live. But I kind of just need to find one sequencer now to make my home and stop fucking about. Because otherwise all you do is you just spend time just messing around, you know what I mean? You're not actually recording any music. Right, so let's try this bass again, see if it's in tune. Okay, yeah, that is way better. I wonder if I can... Oh, I had the bass boost all the way up. That's why it was sounding really just like... Bleh. I mean, obviously I'll tame some of that rattle out, but I think it sounds... Okay, well, good thing is I can just reuse that. I should have been able to tell by the waveform, to be honest, because it was just like slammed. fuck's sake, man. Let me try middle position, but without the bass boost on. It's fucking horrible. Have I got some kind of like mid boost on or something? Oh my god. It does take a 9 volt, yeah. It's not, I don't think it's that it's losing power, it's just got scratchy, really scratchy pots. I don't even know what this fucking does. Okay, so that's doing nothing. I think it's alternates between a cut and a boost. So best, I think, to keep it on... It's horrendous. Yeah, keep it on neutral so it's not doing anything. And then... sick of doing the same bass line, man. Well, it's a bit less harsh. I'm going to try it finger. It's fucking bass, man, I swear down. I think I'm losing it, man. Losing the will to live. I need a good bass. I need a really good bass. I think you're right. Just for now, because it's actually sounding like worse. What if we did MIDI bass and just don't tell Dan? He'll never find out. I believe you can. I swear this does drop A. Yeah, it does. Yes, that was indeed Calvin Harris. I was also thinking of was it I swear that's fucking hell, he's still he's still in here. Listen, I'm doing it just until I get new strings and possibly a new bass, man. This honestly, this is the worst bass I think I've ever had. Does anybody want to buy it? I promise, Dan, the MIDI bass is not staying. We're just doing it for the purposes of having low end that doesn't suck. So here's a question. In terms of a bass, what's going to be a good bet that's not going to... I mean, I've got some stuff that I can sell that I'm not using. But I definitely need to get a good bass because this... It just isn't working. Dingwall's a lot of money though. Don't have Dingwall money. But I'll have a look. I'll see what they are. Well, I'll see what I can sell and then I'll see. Is that a joke, Dan?
Till you find out you're not alone.
Ooh, I heard something.
I know there's something. To the bottom of a bottle glow, in a picture the future shown. Till you find out you're not alone, it's too late. I know there's something wrong, the twisting, the turning, endlessly yearning, valor of my love into the day. It's too late. To the bottom of a bottle. To the bottom of a bottle glow, in a picture the future shown. Till you find out you're not alone, it's too late. I know there's something wrong, the twisting, the turning, endlessly yearning, valor of my love into the day. It's too late. To the bottom of a bottle glow, in a picture the future shows. The future shows. Till you find out you're not alone. It's too late. I know there's something wrong. Twisting, turning, endlessly yearning. The fire of my
Right, let's, before I start thinking about wrapping up, I am going to see about getting these drums out and then just doing a little something to them, because they're against the rest of the song now. They're starting to sound a little bit kind of flappy and dry.
To the bottom of a bottle glow, in a picture the future shown. Till you find it's too late.
All right, so how are we going to do this?
I know there's something wrong, the twisting, the turning, endlessly yearning, valor of my love into the day. It's too late. To the bottom of
Why would it put it all the way down the bottom there? Don't do that. So for the kick, let's get a little bit of... There's a really cool plugin I use actually. Could you record that synth part, keep that in and send it to me after, as in everything you have? Yeah, like as in what, do you want me to just send you a mix down or send you the synth as a stem to like vibe off or whatever? So yeah, there's a kind of cool effect that I like to use. That's quite good at making kicks sound good. Yeah, no worries, man. Let's try, just as an experiment, I'm going to put the bass on a group and then we'll put track spacer on the group and then sidechain it from the kick. Oh my god, move! That's annoying. Right, let's have a little listen through to it so far. I'm probably going to stop now because I've got work tomorrow, but I think it's a good start. I need to sort out something with bass. So that's going to be something that I'll have to figure out definitely next month. It's been an expensive year so far. I had some unplanned expenses of the medical variety, and also like weddings and stag do's, and yeah, not mine. But yeah, next month maybe. So yeah, just pretend that this intro bit, there's going to be something. I'll do something more interesting here, I think. Sorry. How do we think that sounded? I mean, it's still very like it's like rough. It's rough still, but I think switching to that kick drum sounds better. It's not as like doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like that. But yeah, it's a good start. It's a good base to work on anyway. So the next time it's not so much like, sacky, slappy. But yeah, I think it's that sort of rounder kick, and also doing the track spacer thing on the bass group. I've also got the snare side chain to track spacer on the guitars as well, so it should be making room for the snare on those. So yeah, I'll do an export teaser synths up in the mid part. Oh yeah, 100%. There's something about them actually. In fact, before I stop, I will just listen to what's going on with those, because they seem to disappear. Ooh, I had another idea. I'll do it before I stop. Yeah, for some reason that one of those chords kind of seems to get a bit lost. So if we... Tell you what, let's put a bit of modulation on the cutoff. But yeah, what I was hearing was... because that bass note just doesn't move off the root. I was thinking of just sticking like a little dark Reese. Yeah, I think... Oh, T-Earn, there is actually a clean guitar part that's supposed to go in there. It sounds like this. It's definitely sounding better. Like, I think when you A-B the two mixes together, like... I mean, if we do it during the chorus especially... So yeah, it's definitely, I think for a night's work, it's closer to where it needs to be. Yeah, it's all about the way. I mean, I think a lot of it, because I was working on another idea. In fact, so I've saved this, just double checking I've saved. I'll show you something that I was working on before I came on. If it would like to unload. That was all about the it's the mids, all about the mids. 5-string bass, space elephants. There you go. Yes, I've saved. Don't worry. Yeah, I've missed streaming, man. It's really it's fun to hang with you guys. I appreciate everyone that stuck around after Dan's stream. So yeah, this was kind of my first sort of experiment with like big mids, where my inclination is like normally to scoop everything. See, it sounds like elephants, space elephants. octave lower. Anyway, sorry, got a bit of a tangent there. Point is, mids. Mids are where it's at, because that's where all the loudness is and the impact. So I'm going to export a mix down for you now, Dan. And then I'm going to make myself a cup of decaf coffee, because I'm not a nutter. And then, yeah, we'll come back to this on another stream. I'm busy. What am I doing? I'm busy tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, and about half of Sunday. So maybe Sunday evening, I might do a Sunday evening stream. But other than that, certainly do something next Wednesday. And also I'm thinking of maybe doing, just if I get up early enough in the day before work, I can get a good sort of 3 hours of music in before I have to like do my job. Which I would stream, but I don't know if anyone's actually going to be awake at that time. I don't know what time that is for you guys. I'd imagine everyone's fast asleep, but I might just do it anyway and then chuck it on VOD. You know. But yeah, so thank you very much for sticking around, everyone. I had a really good time with you all tonight. And yeah, we'll keep this up, keep this going. It definitely helps me as well, I think, to kind of have you guys sort of with me and telling me what's working, what's not working. It does just make the whole process like less lonely. So yeah, have a great one, everyone. And if you haven't already joined the Discord, I see there's a link in there. Hopefully it's still working. And yeah, I shall catch you guys next Wednesday. In a bit, everyone.